All right, guys, welcome to the channel. In this episode, we're going to go back 10 years and we're going to look at the data of the real estate market, specifically in all of Maine and then in southern Maine, which is York and Cumberland counties. This episode is going to talk to you about why it's a great bet to own a home in Maine. From 10 years ago to where we are today, why financially, if you owned a home or even if you're going to buy a home looking to move here in the near future, why it's a good bet to do that financially, because the housing market is only exploding here in Maine. It's not a secret anymore. If this is of interest to you, if you think understanding the Maine market and what it's like living here, what it's like to own a home here, how your houses appreciate, that I'd encourage you to sit back, grab a pen, maybe grab your favorite beverage and a piece of paper, because we're going to get after that right now. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel of Live Life in Maine. If this is your first time to the channel, you want to know everything there is to know about living, eating, breathing, sleeping, having fun, going snowmobiling, going fishing, sliding, whatever it is you like to do outside here in Maine, then I would encourage you to subscribe to this channel. Tap that bell to be the first to be notified when I drop new content. Guys, my name is Scott Tebow. I'm a realtor. I'm a licensed agent with eXp Realty. I'm a broker. I've been doing this since 2013. I'm an investor, and I also own some properties myself. So beyond being just in real estate, I actually am a father of 5, got a wife, have lived here my whole life, other than about 10 years when I left and went off into the military right out of high school. But I was born and raised here. I'm pretty much an expert on the state of Maine and the real estate market. And I find that giving you guys these videos is important to you more so than me, because if you're going to buy or sell real estate, specifically in Maine, it's important to understand the statistics and the data so you're fully educated on what it will take to make that happen. You know, guys, I have investors that subscribe to this channel. I have people that are looking to move here that have subscribed to this channel. I've helped countless people buy and sell houses in Maine. And the whole purpose of this channel is to help you stay educated. So if you're looking to buy a home in 9 days, 90 days, if you're looking to sell a home 9 days, 90 days, 9 months, if you're looking to move here in that time frame, I'm hoping that I can help you and be the realtor that you choose to make that happen. All right, guys, as I said, I'm not going to spend a ton of time in this video. I'm just going to go over some data to help you understand the Maine market and what it was like from 2013 to today, 2024. But I'm going to use the December numbers so you have a good understanding of what it's like in Maine in terms of the real estate market, how say that real quick, how houses have appreciated. I'm a little tongue-tied, I guess, because I just got done shoveling about a foot of snow last night and into today. This video is probably going to come out a couple days after. We had a pretty big snowstorm on Sunday, got about a foot of snow. It was like puffy snow, so easy to move around, but it snowed until like 9 o'clock, so I had to do everything last night and finish up this morning because you know my wife, she doesn't touch a shovel. But anyways, I digress. Let's talk about the Maine market first, and then I'll specifically dive into southern Maine, specifically York and Cumberland counties combined. So, guys, in December of 2013, the average home, I'm sorry, let me back up. What? Not the average, the median home price in Maine was $170,000. That was 10 years ago, this past December. Fast forward to last month, December of 2023, the median home price in Maine was $350,000. So what do I mean by median? I've posted some other videos about this, but median is different than average. So median is, well, let me explain to you what average is first. Average is they take all the houses combined, and then they kind of divide the number into the whole. So if you had 10 houses and each house was worth $400,000, well, then the average price would be $400,000, right? That would be the average. But if you had 10 houses and one house was 200,000. One house was $1 million, and another house was 800,000. What they do, what the National Association of Realtors, this is where I get this data from, the Maine listing service. What they do is they say what the median is how many houses they divide it right in the middle, right? So they look at all the houses that are in there and they go right to the middle. That means half the amount of houses are priced higher than the median and the other half are priced lower. It's right in the middle. It's the median average sale price. So again, in December of 2023, the median average price of a house in Maine was $350, where in December of 13, it was $170,000. Guys, that means if you would have bought a house in 2013 for $170,000, you would have doubled your money. You would have made 106% return on your investment today, because it would have been worth $350,000. Again, that's the median. Either side of that would be the same. That's the median price. And for some of you financial gurus out there, that's a 68.94% combined average growth rate over the course of those 10 years. Just giving you some of the average growth rate of how houses appreciated. From 2013 to 2014, the housing market appreciated in Maine in general 5.56%. From 14 to 15, it only appreciated 0.88%, so less than a percent. 15 to 16, 3.55%. 16 to 17, 7.50%. 17 to 18, 8.68%. 18 to 19, 6.29%. So again, guys, this is every year increase in value from the year prior. 2020, COVID hit, things got a little crazy, increased 13.43%. A lot of pent-up demand there in the early days of 2020. 2021, 10.91%. From 21 to 22, 7.52%. And from 22 to 23, 6.39%. So the combined average growth rate was 68.94%. I just looked at the stock market this morning, and did you know that the combined average growth rate of the stock market that same time was 13.59%? We lost quite a bit of shares in 15, and then I think it dipped again a few years ago. But housing market is a good bet in general across the country if you're in the housing. I know there's a lot of discussions about why right now it may make more sense to rent than it does to buy, because the prices you're paying to buy are high and the interest rates are high. I want to express, guys, that the interest rate is only a temporary time right now, and interest rates are starting to come down. And you got to understand, and I think you do, that if you're paying rent for a house, unless you're not sure where you're going to live or you're not settled yet and you're still trying to figure that out, then you're just paying that mortgage for somebody else, and they're going to accept and get all that appreciation. So I think most of you know that, but here's some statistics to help you understand the market in Maine, and this is for all of Maine. So I thought I'd give you an average of what all of Maine looks like versus the two largest counties in Maine in terms of population, which is southern Maine. Again, 40% of the population of Maine lives in southern Maine. That's Cumberland County and York County. York County is the first county you come into when you enter Maine from New Hampshire. And then as you head up, as you're heading north, you're going to come into Cumberland County, which is where Portland is, the largest market in Maine. So same statistics for southern Maine. In December of 2013, this is hard to believe, but the average median price for a house was $221,000. Man, I wish I knew then what I know now. I would have made a lot more investments. In December of 14, it went up to $230,000. December of 15, it went up to $232,250. December 18, it went up to $252,500. December 2017 went up to $270,000. December 18, $285,000. December 19, $310,000. December 20th, $360,000. December 21, $418,950. December 22, $440,000. And then last month, The median sale price for a house, December 2023, was $477,225. So that means, again, guys, if you bought a house for the median sale price of $221,000 10 years ago, December 2013, you would have doubled. You would have made 2.16%, 216% return on your investment, because you would it's be worth now about $477,225. If you look at the combined average growth rate, however, that's 73.25%. And I'm just going to go over these growth rates for you year over year. So from 13 to 14, the market, your house would have appreciated 3.91% in value. From 14 to 15, it would have only gone up 0.97. So again, a little less than 1%. From 15 to 16, your house would have appreciated 8.02%, 16 to 17, 6.48%, 17 to 18, 5.26%, 18 to 19, 8.06%, 19 to 20, 13.89%, 20 to 21, 14.07%. I'm looking at just to see how it compares to all of Maine. 21 to 22, 4.78%, and 22 to 23, 7.8%. Again, for a combined average growth rate of 73.25%. Guys, that's a pretty good return on your investment for housing. Now, I know houses and the housing industry has gone up all across the country. I don't know, I don't know every state, obviously. I know this is kind of the theme in the housing market for the most part. I also know that there's a lot of people that are moving away from some of the bigger states. Some of the, and I'm not trying to get political, this is just a fact, some of the blue states where crime and social services are on, and homeless are on the rise. You know, you hear about all the time, a lot of people moving from California, a lot of people moving from New York, a lot of people moving from Illinois, Chicago. We have a lot of people that are starting to come here and have come here. I've helped people from Florida, Texas. I say those two states up first because, interestingly enough, there's all this talk about how Texas and Florida were the top two move to states in the last few years. And that's probably true as you go for generally over for all the people that have moved or moved into a state. Maine, I think last year was ranked 8th. We were tied for 2nd with Florida in terms of the amount of people coming in versus the amount of people leaving. And Maine's not a secret anymore. Yes, we just got a foot of snow. Yes, it's cold out. Yes, it's the first week of January. It's the season. I got a bunch of buddies and a bunch of friends that are happy right now because their snowmobiles are winding up. They're going to be going skiing, and they love this time of year, ice fishing, all those things to do in Maine in the wintertime. But that being said, there are some people that are afraid of the snow. I've done some videos on this in the past. Guys, it's fun. It's actually not bad living here in Maine in the wintertime. And look, your investment would prove it, right? I know for me personally and my wife, we bought this house that I live in now in Biddeford, Maine in 2012, or was it 11? And we more than doubled our money. And I've put some things into the house because it wasn't brand new when we bought it, but we have more than doubled our money, and we're sitting pretty good. We don't owe very much on it, but Maine is a pretty good bet, guys. Maine is a big reason. Maine has a big reason in your mind, should be a big reason in your mind if you're thinking about moving here, why you want to look at buying a house. And guys, this is what me and my team do all the time. We help people relocate here from other parts of the country. And actually, we've helped a couple people relocate here from other parts of the world. To be truthful, I've also helped other people locate to other parts of the world and other parts of the country. And that's one of the biggest things, the biggest benefits here at eXp Realty. We are the largest cloud-based brokerage firm in the world. We have one platform. Unlike other agencies, I'm gonna pick on Keller Williams for a minute because everybody, there's a lot of Keller Williams agencies around. Keller Williams are all like kind of franchises. They're all like offices that are local to that local market. And if you were working with a Keller Williams agent and you wanted to buy in Maine, well, you could work with a local Keller Williams office. However, if you wanted to work with if you wanted to buy a property in another part of the country, you'd have to work with a different Keller Williams office and probably a different broker. And that broker that you're working with, the one that referred you, would probably get like a 25% referral fee or something like that. And you'd be off working with a different brokerage, which may have different policies, procedures, and way they do things. Here at EXP, we're one big company globally. We're in like 19 or 20 countries. We have an office in every state in the country, and across Canada and Mexico and all these other parts of the world. But the beauty of it is you work with one broker, assuming that broker is going to serve you well, and he or she will help you work with in other parts of the country, whether they're licensed there or not, because we have peers and relationships under the same brokerage that we can talk to and work with in other parts of the country where that doesn't happen in most real estate agencies, because they're all kind of disparaged and all broken up in different sectors of the state. So again, this video is not about EXP or me for that specific member. It's really about just helping you understand what it's like to live here in Maine and what the real estate market is doing. So guys, drop me some lines, send me some comments, book a Zoom call, send me a text and email if you want to know more. If you're thinking about living here, I can set you up on searches. I can look at properties for you while you're not here. Do this all the time. We go into properties, we book our own meetings, we go into properties, we do videos. We send those videos either through a Google Drive, give you an access and a link so you can see it for the first time, just like we are. We set all that stuff up because we understand a lot of people can't be here when they're looking for a home. If you are here and you're looking to buy or sell, then I would encourage you guys to let me know. Send me a call. Again, drop me a text, send me an email. We're here to help. I'm here to help. It's all we do. It's all I do. Seems like real estate and take care of my house. But other than some of the side hobbies I have, which this week I play poker, so that's a fun time too. But guys, I hope this was helpful. If you want me to explore other counties or other part of the state other than just southern Maine, let me know. I do go all the way up to Augusta generally, but most of the action here for me is in southern Maine, specifically York and Biddeford counties. But if you want to know about other regions, I have all that data as well. And if I can't work with you, it would make no sense for me to work with you if you're looking for, let's say, something up in a rustic county. It's a 7-hour drive for me. I wouldn't serve you well to do that. But I have friends, peers in every part of the state, and people that handle those areas. So let me know if you're interested in that. And in my next episode, I'm going to talk to you about why you do want to use a realtor. I know there's a lot of people that think, not a lot, but I've heard that people think that real estate agents are overpaid, or some of them are. And part of me can't disagree with you for some people. I'm going to leave with this. I just read the statistic that 90,000 agents left the industry in the United States this year or last year as interest rates went up. And that's about the same amount of agents that came in the industry 2 years ago, or right when COVID was starting to kind of tick down. Because everybody thought they were going to make a quick dollar, and sure, some people made some money quickly, but did they make enough to survive? Probably not. I've never lost a deal to somebody's Uncle Joe that just got his license, or somebody's granddaughter that just got her license. It still befuddles me, though, how some people will give business to a newly licensed agent because they have a personal relationship with them. And I'm not saying they shouldn't help them out, but I am saying that before they give that business, they should understand who that agent is working with or for, and how much help that person is going to give. Because to me, it'd be like if I was having heart issues, I wouldn't go see a foot doctor, right? And there's a lot that goes into real estate. It's more than just signing a check and getting paid at closing. There are, and I did the statistic the other day, for me anyways, there is about 92 tasks, from helping a buyer find a home to handing them the keys at closing. And actually selling a house, helping a seller sell a house, is actually even more task, because you have to look at the deed, you have to look at the boundary lines, you have to look at the surveys, you've got to investigate if the deed is free of encumbrances, you got to look at how far back it goes. As an example, guys, I ran into a deed that was a huge plot of land that was divided back in, I think it was 1871. There were no surveys done. It was a family, and they broke the land up. And it's very possible that some other owners, some other people in that region, some other landowners that now have a deed on a different parcel within that region could have ownership of that land or have rights to that land. So that's just one thing. You really got to understand the real estate market. You got to really understand deeds. You got to understand surveys. You got to understand the legal laws. It's more than just putting a house up for sale or helping a buyer buy a home and making sure that they get a key at closing. You got inspections. You got to know what to look for when you're going through a house, so you can advise your client. There's so much more involved in the real estate industry than, again, just putting a house on the market and closing it and getting paid. And I think the reason why 90,000 people left the industry in 2023 was because they realized, well, I don't know this stuff, or I don't know the stuff. I'm not making any money. I don't get paid until this closes. And so I think it's a good thing personally, because I do think there's too many realtors in the industry. I think because the barrier of entry is pretty low, I think it should be a lot higher. You spend $500, you go online, you take a course. In Maine anyways, I think it's 54 hours, and then you pay some more money and you take your test to get licensed, and then you get licensed, and then you pay another $500 or $600 to the National Association of Realtors, and you associate yourself with a board, and then you hang out licensed with some real estate agency out there, and you're off and running, and you're a licensed realtor. And that's the start of it, guys. That's just like the bottom line to get into the business. You gotta have clients, you gotta know what you're doing, you gotta be trained, you gotta have all this stuff. So it helps. And again, this isn't just for me, guys, but it helps if you're gonna choose a realtor. It helps a realtor, I should say. It helps that person, he or she has experience. Maybe he or she owns their own homes. Maybe he or she has bought homes in the past themselves. Maybe he or she's an investor. Maybe he or she has flipped property in the past. Maybe he or she has built property in the past. Again, I'm saying all that stuff because that's what I've done, guys, and this is why I love real estate. I just love the whole housing process, and working with clients specifically is a lot of fun because you meet all kinds of cool people, and you get to help them along the way. And I learned a long time ago, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So, all right, guys, I'm done ranting. Hope you're being safe in this 2024 new year, and look forward to more voicemails, I was going to say. Look forward to more videos out there. I'll be sending you guys one. I'm trying to do this every week. It does take a lot. I edit my own videos as well, so I'm trying to stay on top of it with all the other tasks that I got going on in the real estate market. But I hope this information was helpful. Again, if you guys want to know more information about the data that I just gave you, drop me a line, send me a text, give me a call. If you want to know about what it's going to take to move here, or if you're looking to buy or sell and you're already here, same thing, guys. Send me a line, send me a call, drop me a text, send me an email. Here to help. And if you want to know about different parts of the country, the state, I should say, not the country, but the state. Hey, you're interested in a different county, maybe Oxford, maybe Kennebec, maybe Androscoggin, let me know. I have all the data, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, take care. Have a great, today's, what is today? Today's Monday, but by the time this video comes out, it's probably going to be Wednesday. So have a great week, guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Scott, over and out. Bye-bye.